Hiya! So here is a quick review from the sewing machine basics class on the typical sewing machine problems you're going to have and how to solve them. So problem number one is you need to change your needle. If you are not changing your needle, typical thing, somebody said, oh, I'm going to use my needle like 14 times. Remember, you should be changing your needle out after every project, with a project being my shirt or a dress or a pair of pants. Your needle's going through your fabric hundreds of thousands, if not millions of times. And in this case, this is a completely polyester shirt, so it's like going through a plastic water bottle hundreds of thousands, if not millions of times. They go dull, so change them out. And also remember to use the right needles for the right project. You'll need your stretch needles on the left for anything that's knit, like my shirt, and you'll need universal needles on the right for anything that is woven, like jeans or a cotton button-down shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, things like that. So make sure you change your needle often, you use the right needle, and they go dull fast. So if you feel like it's not working right, change it out. They're not that expensive. Next, important thing, problem number two, keep your foot up when you're threading your machine, okay? Don't thread your machine with the foot down. Here, I'll back up so you can see that again. Don't thread your machine with your foot down. You need that foot to be up. So if your foot is down, then your tensioner plates are closed. Then as you're threading your machine, the thread can't go in between the plates, therefore your machine will not work correctly. So how a tensioner works is, as you are threading your machine, the thread comes down through your tensioner, and then it goes between the plates. The plates close when you drop your foot, and then that results in the tension you have going forward. So if you thread your machine with the foot down, it's going to do all kinds of weird things. So even if your thread breaks while you're sewing, always lift your foot up, your presser foot, so that as you're threading, you're making sure you've got that thread going through the tensioner correctly. Next problem, your bobbin is in wrong. So it's really important that your bobbin, when you're holding it up, makes P is for perfect. As we can see in this picture here, it forms the letter P when you're looking at it, okay? And then if you have a shuttlecock like we do here on my machine in the example, Darth Vader's face mask here goes right over the front of this so that the P thread is coming out to the left, as you can see, all right? It also, on a shuttlecock, goes underneath this plate here on your shuttlecock to make sure that you have tension. If it hasn't gone underneath that, it won't work. If you have a top-loading machine, you're still going to use your bobbin, have it say P is for perfect, and then you're going to drop it into your top-loading machine and go in the first and second notches of your machine. We covered this in class, and we have pictures of it in the slides, so go take a look at that. Make sure that it goes through the right spots. Next, fourth problem, removing your project mid-stitch. Anytime you're done sewing and you're getting ready to pull your fabric out, you have to turn your hand wheel toward you until your alien head, this guy here, the thread take-up lever, goes all the way to the top, okay? If you don't have this all the way to the top and it's mid-stitch, like we see here, notice how our threads are caught underneath, okay? So in order to not have your threads caught and be able to pull your threads out easily along with your fabric and you're not getting like 3 threads or you're like, what is going on? Always turn your hand wheel toward you, get your alien head, your thread take-up lever to the top, and then lift your presser foot and pull your work out. Remember, turning your hand wheel towards you means you're working with the motor of your machine, so your machine is going to be a lot happier with you than if you turn it backwards. Even if you have to go all the way down and all the way back up, that's a better thing than if you turn it backwards, so do it. Need more help? Hey, email me. Email me. And visit the website for a couple other things, and don't forget, you probably have another class, and you can always ask me there. So, when in doubt, work it out. Take the time, rethread your machine, look at these different things, and you should be good to go. So these are the basic problems you're going to have. Follow this along, should solve any things. Remember, rethread first. Don't adjust your tension because your tension is set it and forget it. All right, see you in class soon.